Hey you, thank you so much for joining us today.
Quick, name 15 things you know about India. Go.
15 things
15
I know
things
about
that
India?
you know about India.
It's a continent. No, it's actually on it.
Bollywood.
Number 1. Bollywood's highest-grossing film made 27 times more than Hollywood's highest-grossing film. For every 600 films Hollywood produces, Bollywood will make 1,000. They're
What?
the most profitable films, too.
Wait, what'd she say?
For every 600 films Hollywood produces,
Oh, so for every
Bollywood
so what does that
will
mean?
make 1,000.
So Bollywood makes a lot of movies.
But the ratio, the Bollywood makes way more movies.
That's what I know.
When they make 6, these people make.
Yeah, I get that.
Right.
That's all that means?
That's all she said. She didn't
Most
say anything.
profitable films, too, when you
com-
compare the numbers. Hollywood's highest-grossing film was 2009's Avatar, which made $2.8 billion at the box office. In stark contrast, the Bollywood film Three Idiots brought in $76.81 billion.
What?
That's a
No.
No. Okay. Is that because there's way more people over there? Because Eric, did you hear that?
That makes sense.
Avatar made what? 2 billion?
That made sense.
Whatever.
That makes sense.
This made 75 billion.
Come on, America, step
Number
up
2.
your game.
Shampoo was invented in the 16th century, India.
I didn't hear
Derived
that.
from the Sanskrit shampoo, which means massage. The concept of shampooing was
Oh,
invented
this is
in
gonna
India
be-
in the 16th century.
Is this gonna be cheesy?
Herbs and natural ingredients.
Oh God,
and
nobody
rather
does
than today's
this when they
combination of
wash
modern
their hair.
Right, Number 3. Diamonds were first mined in India, and it was the world's greatest producer.
Okay.
India was the most productive diamond mining country in the world until diamonds were found in Brazil in the 18th century. There are now 3 active diamond mines in India, and the famous Koh-i-Noor diamond was found in the 13th century. The 793-carat stone and was eventually acquired by Queen Victoria during the British Raj in India. Number 4. Elephants in Kerala can treat themselves to a spa day.
That's awesome.
The Warkata Elephant Yard Rejuvenation Center provides elephants with baths, massages,
awesome.
and soothing pamper sessions.
See?
The spa caters to
That's what I wanna
59
hear about.
clients,
I don't wanna hear about the
and is a way
morons
of
killing
giving
them.
back to the sacred
I want to know that this kind of stuff's
Elephants
happening and
play
that
an
people killing them are
important
getting
role in
killed.
Kerala's
Can I
temple
visit
processions,
India and
there
do
are
this?
significant
I know, I would
features of the
love to
region,
do
so they
that.
serve
That would
a
be
massage
awesome.
Give them a
every
bath
now
and a massage.
Number 5. The largest religious gathering in India can be seen from space.
Wow.
Kumbh Mela is a
Dang.
Hindu pilgrimage which takes people to the banks of the Ganges every 12 years. The major event involves ritualistic bathing, devotional
shampoo.
singing, religious
That they
discussion, and feeding the poor. The
were
attendance
naked.
figures
Yeah,
had to
they
be
were.
capped at 75 million,
Rock and
making
roll.
it the largest pilgrimage on Earth.
Hippies ain't nothing on the Indians.
Number 6. Ancient Indian civilization is the oldest in the world. We often look to ancient Greece and ancient Egypt, but Indian civilization dates back to 2400 BC, when it was split into 16
2400
monarchies
BC,
known as
wow.
the Mahajanapadas. There are even authenticated human remains that date back to 30,000 years in South Asia. The oldest Hindu texts were written between 2000 and 500 BC, as well as the first texts on science, medicine, and astronomy. We actually owe the number 0 to Indian mathematics, who created the concept.
Oh, wow.
That is cool.
That is really cool.
Number 7. India is home to every major world religion and doesn't have a national language.
Oh.
Hinduism, Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, and Sikhism all have a place in Indian society, with the most dominant being Hinduism and Islam, covering 80%
Beautiful.
and 14% of the population, respectively. Judaism has existed in India for the last 2,215 years, and some of these smaller religions also featured, including Jain, Zoroastrian, and Baha'i. India also doesn't have a single national language because 1,652 dialects are spoken across the different regions.
1,000 languages.
Confused all the time.
Number 8. A polling station is set up for just one voter in Gir Forest at every election.
What?
Every election,
voter?
Barant Barandas Deshandas gets his local polling station entirely to himself
The
because
place
he's
is
the
made for
only
one
resident
voter.
of Gir Forest. He's been voting in Indian elections since 2004 and never misses one now that he has his own personal polling
But
station.
he doesn't look. Is this
Mahan
guy still
is
alive
the
or what?
caretaker
I
for
mean,
the one temple in the forest in Gujarat.
he's in disguise.
A home he shares with the rare Asiatic lion.
Oh.
See, there's
One man, one
you
lion.
You see, I didn't know that.
Number 9.
one.
The Indian government has used scaffolding to hide the Taj Mahal when airstrikes are predicted.
What?
During the Second World War and the Indian-Pakistan Wars, scaffolding was put up around the distinctive domes of the Taj Mahal.
What the
to
hell
make
is
it
a
less
scaffolding?
obvious from above. They feared strikes by the Japanese Air Force during World War II, so hid their most famous landmark.
That's what I
More
do
recent
running after
threats to the
sandwich.
Taj Mahal include the rising levels of the Yamuna
I know
River,
where that place
which
is.
has cracked
It's
the
in
dome
India.
underneath the structure. There have been predictions that the tombs could
I've seen it
collapse
in
at
movies.
any time.
Video.
Go and make a vlog.
Number 10.
Bucket list.
Indians invented navigation, yoga,
Well, yoga.
the world's cheapest car,
What?
and thorium-based nuclear power.
You know, we were talking about
Indian
thorium-based
society can
nuclear
take credit
power
for
just
some of
the
most
other day.
Just the other day,
important
it
true.
popped up in a
They were the
conversation.
first to create the concept
India
of
online,
navigation
yeah.
over 6,000 years
While
ago.
we were doing yoga
using rivers
in the
and
world's
seas.
cheapest car.
Yoga was created 5,000 years ago and has roots in Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. The world's cheapest car, the Tata Nano, which costs around 100,000 rupees, the equivalent of $1,400.
Dang.
And India is the
Sell
home
them
of
here.
the first
Yeah, I want one.
next
I need one of those.
thorium reactor. The country is aiming to produce 30% of its electrical power with thorium by 2050.
Isn't
for
that
you guys.
That's awesome. That came from like Captain
Number
America,
11.
didn't it?
You
Thorium?
can stay at the former Indian royal residence for $88,000 a night.
Nice.
If you
We're
want to
there.
stay
Can
at
we
the
stay 2
Latin
nights? I'm gonna get the phone.
Forget
Can we
Paris
stay 2
and
nights?
forget Dubai. India is the home of the most stunning palaces in the world. Once the home of the Maharajas, there are opulent palaces throughout the country, with some dating back hundreds of years.
Yeah, I'd like the former
The
Indian
Jumeirah
royal
Home
residence,
Lake
please.
Resort hosted
This is a
Prince
great day.
Charles's 65th
Shut up.
birthday, and the 450-year-old Samod Palace in Jaipur has hosted famous faces from all over the world. Number 12. King Jai Singh of Alwar snubbed Rolls-Royce in the best possible way.
I know the story.
India has a long and colorful
That's it.
history of quirky monarchies and extravagant kings and queens. The King of Alwar in northeast India was insulted by a Rolls-Royce salesman when he visited a showroom in London. A very proud man, he ordered a whole fleet of Rolls-Royce cars and gave them to the city's waste department so they could use them to transport
Don't mess with
rubbish
us.
throughout the city.
Don't mess with us.
So much pride.
Number 13.
So much pride.
1 million Indians are millionaires.
Millionaires.
India has one of the most dramatic wealth gaps in the world, with 35% of the country living below the poverty line. Those who live way above it live a very different kind of
Kings.
life. The richest Indian in the world is Mukesh Ambani, who has a net worth of $53 billion.
But Bill Gates is still
The
American.
59-year-old made his money in the oil and
Yeah.
gas industry.
But Bill Gates is not the richest person.
But he's like the only one that I can think of at the top
It's,
of my
it's
head.
the Amazon CEO.
Which is still American.
Sure. Look at that. Does Bill Gates has that?
You've definitely shown me that.
27-story skyscraper
know.
instead of a sprawling mansion.
Not friends with Bill Gates.
Number 14. The first account of plastic surgery was found in an ancient Sanskrit text.
What?
One of the first medical texts was the Sushruta Samhita, which can be dated back to the 6th century CE. It's one of the very first examples of a medical text and discusses surgery, incisions, skin grafts, and nose reconstruction. Britain's first nose
Yikes.
job wouldn't be performed until 1814,
What?
a worrying 80 years before the Sushruta Samhita would be translated.
Wow.
Number 15. One of India's most extravagant weddings caused controversy because it was too extravagant. Lasting 5 days and costing $74 million.
Oh my
The wedding of the
gosh.
daughter of a prominent businessman made headlines in 2016 for all the wrong reasons. The $2.5 million wedding sari, Bollywood royalty in attendance, and gold Bangalore palace setting was denounced as an obscene display of wealth.
Wow.
Millions of Indians live in poverty, so the wedding was criticized for being in poor taste.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
There are many stereotypical images of India, but there's so much more to this incredible country than many of us know. The center of many industries and the world's biggest democracy, India has influenced art,
That's so cool.
literature,
That's fantastic.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
That I mean, this video was actually pretty cool. I mean, most of it, I didn't know
The majority of that I didn't know.
any of this stuff. So
Yep,
it,
very cool.
It came through on what,
That
what it was supposed to do.
It did. Good job, video people.
Nice. It was really because in some of the countries when they show India like how poor it is. In all movies, the cinematography, yeah, it seems like we just have poor streets. We have people who are very poor or hungry.
And it looks just like hot
Yeah.
and just like miserable.
And in this video, they were showing the luxurious, the posh, the modern side of India, which I really like. I really enjoyed it.
My favorite part was seeing the elephant. The elephant was really cool.
The elephant with the paint or the elephant spa?
The elephant spa.
Oh my gosh, so
It
nice.
was cool.
My favorite part was seeing the castle at the very beginning with all the cool doorways
Oh,
and
yes.
things and balconies. I would love to look off those.
$59 million tycoon daughter which has rocked the poverty strike. Yes, there's a million, like she said, there's a million millionaires in India, but what about the poor ones? There's a lot of poor people.
This is crazy.
I was talking to a friend the other day and I said, man, we started going about this, you know, the regular conversation. If you
Right.
won the lotto, what would you do with it? Could you imagine, let's say we hit the Powerball, Eric, $200 million.
Right.
I couldn't see myself.
Spending when other people. Right.
No, just, no, I would spend.
A little bit.
But I don't see myself going and buy $1,000 shoes.
Right.
Right?
Right.
$5,000 watches.
Right.
When you see people dying in the world, like people are sick of poverty, dying, how could you look at that and say, you know what?
I'm gonna buy myself.
I mean, you
like
could buy a Ferrari.
Right.
If you're a car
or
guy.
maybe a $15 million mansion or something.
Yeah, like a 50 room mansion.
Right.
I saw 50 Cent talk about that. Remember the Mike Tyson
House
he bought?
Right.
That thing has like I think 50 rooms or
Right.
so. He said it. It's not till he bought it. Then he goes, man, it's not till I moved in and I started realizing, damn, I'm only gonna use one room.
Right.
You know what I
And it's
mean?
50 cents. Imagine if it was $1.
This video was awesome. We learned a
Lovely.
lot about India. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share, thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.